I was watching a young lady's video who's celebrating her son who's 17. My son just turned 19. Well, not just, it's August, June 4th. Joshua turned 19. And one thing I realized, you are never completely, adequately prepared for childbirth. And I remember saying I was going to have 6 kids. And I had one that was like, So Joshua was originally due June 12th, even to the point when I told his father that I was in labor. His dad was like, "Oh, okay, you said June 12th though." Like he just totally went out, lived his best life. And when we called him, fun fact, he was in the club. So when he showed up to the hospital room, he was not in the best condition. Club behavior. I think to this day my mom does not know that. So sorry if he's watching this, because we're actually on that type of basis now. He's on social media. But going back to Joshua in labor, so it's a lot of things they don't tell you, and maybe they did tell you. I didn't read the What to Expect When Expecting book. I refused to read it. I don't know why, but a part of me wonders if that was in the book and I just missed it. Number one, I remember I went into thinking, the lady said in the video that I was trying to stitch, she wanted natural birth. I thought I could do natural birth. My mom went natural birth with me and my brother. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And what was so crazy about my birth, about Joshua, is, let me go back from the beginning. Joshua was born that Sunday, June 4th. I started having labor pains that Friday, so I'm assuming that was June 2nd. Of course, you can't call the doctor, even though I called them. They let you know you can't come in until the labor parts of what, mothers? 5 to 7 minutes apart. So, started experiencing contractions, called my parents, who immediately came down and who came up from Columbia and stayed in Charlotte. My home girl, at the time, who was also my coworker, stayed with me overnight. Labor pains went away. Then my mom was like, "We walking this baby out of you." Even though, granted, this is now June 3rd, and Joshua was not due until June 12th. So we walked around North Lake Mall. No, we walked around Concord Mills first. Then I was hungry, so we went to the Chili's, which I don't know if it's still there, by North Lake Mall. And I started feeling labor pains, and my mom still made me walk around North Lake. By the end of that night, the contractions were 5 minutes apart, 5, 7 minutes apart. So I remember going in thinking, because the contractions weren't bad, and I remember thinking, okay, I can do this. I can do natural childbirth. Well, they decided, because I was having contractions but I wasn't dilating, they decided to give me Pitocin. For those who don't know anything about that, Pitocin, I think it's supposed to make you dilate by also speeding up the contractions. And I said, Jesus, no, this is not what I want. So the amount of pain that I felt was excruciating. So then I was immediately asking for epidural, but they told me, because they just gave me the Pitocin, they did try to give me some medicine. What, man? You didn't give me any medicine. I don't feel any medicine. So finally, they give me the epidural, and Joshua still doesn't want to come out. Like, really, dude? Like, what are we doing? And they literally, graphic material coming up, they had to cut me and suck him out because he was climbing his way back up. Like, I'm not ready. No, no, you done got me open and cramping, and no, you're coming out, sir. So June 4th, I think at about 1 o'clock, because I checked in the hospital at 1 a.m. He came about 1:23 or something like that. But y'all. And then another thing they don't tell you about, I remember one time feeling all this pain. My mom's like, "That's gas." Because I've been laying down, and she said, "You need to get up and walk. You've been laying down too long. You need to get up and walk." Then how, because they had to cut me and I had stitches, of all places, granted, I think I'm thankful for my village. My mom, I'm thinking she's gonna stay with me in Charlotte. She's like, "No, you're coming back home to Columbia for a while until you get back on your feet after having the baby," which was a good thing, because my mom and my dad was there, my brother was there, my sister cousin had just moved back she just moved to Columbia from, I think, North Carolina. So it was a whole village of people. Then you had, she's no longer with us. She was considered my Aunt Charlene. She was another one. It was a lot of people that helped me while I was home living with my parents. But the bed that was in my parents, that was now my room, that was now considered the guest bedroom, was so high. It was so high. And I remember, because Joshua's crib was set up in our guest bedroom in my mom and dad's house. And I remember reluctantly switching bedrooms so I can be closer to him, but also I wouldn't have to. Because I want to say at one point he was in that. You know what? I take that back. He was in a bassinet. He was in a bassinet. He wasn't in a crib yet, and the bassinet was next to my bed. But the bed was so high and it hurt to jump up. So I had to. They moved my old beds to the guest bedroom, which were a little bit lower. It's. I can keep going on and on, but yeah, not scaring anyone. The reality is, the pain you go through does not compare to the joy you feel from having a child. But you have to be willing to also speak up for yourself when you do feel pain and keep advocating for yourself. Because sadly, we have had some tragic stories. But I, the whole epidural natural childbirth, for those people who choose to have their child at home, God bless you. God bless you.